Shoot. Yeah, we're on.
Now we're on.
Yeah, that's going to take away 10 seconds of the thing, Rick. We're live, baby.
We're live?
Yeah, what a day it's been. Hey, just got a notification from YouTube that said we're live.
I'm live now, huh? Okay.
Anybody out there? Anybody hear us?
This thing
Anybody? Anything?
Well,
Somebody wanted to complain. Let's go back to our. Here we go. Hold on. There we go. Our intro. We got one person on here.
Okay, we got one.
Well, we are an hour and 18 minutes late.
Well, I can't help it.
No, 2. We're way late.
Well,
When did I schedule it? How did I schedule this thing?
I can't remember.
12:30 maybe?
I was on that other big podcast for how many hours?
You went almost 3 hours today.
Okay, well, I was on a roll. Excuse me.
On a roll. Rip Rogers. Can anybody hear us? Where's the chat?
Is this thing on?
Get the chat up, Rip. Hey, Greg Smith's in the house. That's all that matters. Greg Smith's here right now, live.
David
baby.
Linville.
He's in here by himself. Me, Rip,
Greg
and Greg Smith.
Okay. And Sean's there. Rip my boy. Okay. It don't get any better than that.
Man.
Hello, all.
So we just got done. Well, not we. Rip just got done with James from Wrestling Shoot Interview, WSI. Rip just went almost 3 hours. Rip has been here at Lila Studios almost 3 hours on James's podcast. Rip, are you worn out? Or is your mouth dry? I mean,
shit, I'm 69 years old and ready for action, baby.
Man, you're kind of hogging that camera too. Man.
I'm hogging the camera.
Yeah, you get on the big time podcast. And you just kind of take over center stage.
No, he told me to scoot over. That was why.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys might be in shock by this, but the guy actually told Rip to talk into his microphone today too, right?
Yes, he did.
So
I'm screaming into the microphone.
Not just me, man. Not just me. I tell you what, I hope some people out there have questions. I tell you, so James from, you guys familiar with WSI out there in the chat? James did a little thing, Rip, and I think that's what I need to do next time. We have a guest on here, is do a post. So what questions do you want me to ask so-and-so, which in this case was Rip Rogers. He said he had over 100 questions from fans.
We answered some of them.
That's wild, though. 100, man. You're over, baby. Now, here you go. Just sitting there now.
So what am I supposed to? Am I supposed to pull a Barry Horowitz?
Just talk.
And
you couldn't wait to do. You were trying to tell James stories. He was trying to go eat dinner, and you were, hey, can I tell you one more story?
I just want to be on there longer,
Awesome.
That's how it was. Well,
I can't wait for that to come out. I thought James was real good. I thought Rip did a good job today.
And it was the best show he had on today so far.
Well, it wasn't on yet. The best show he recorded.
Oh, yeah. Best one he recorded today.
Let's plug our shit while we're sitting here. Bring your stuff over here, Rip.
Let's see. We got a book right here. What is it?
This is the book on pro wrestling.
And
book on pro wrestling at Amazon.com.
Okay. And then I just happen to have a T-shirt right here.
Happen to have it. Got a T-shirt. You can get that at Pro Wrestling Tees, and it also says right on there, Wrestling with Rip Rogers, because that is our YouTube channel that you can go ahead and hit subscribe to. Hey, speaking of subscribing, Rip, have you looked at our number here lately?
No.
Let's take a look at it. Let's get the drum. Give us a drum roll.
Drum it.
2,924.
Holy moly.
We went up 16 yesterday, I think it was.
Okay. Well, you're on fire is what it is.
2,924. We're almost.
Pretty soon we'll be hitting the 3,000 mark. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully
so. Buckshot Kid says, I assume you're late because Rip didn't have any snacks ready. Or you didn't have any snacks. No, Rip has had 2 packs of muffins.
Mm-hmm.
He was on WSI with James, man. 3 hours. Rip just filmed for 3 hours. We didn't let him eat the entire time.
Right.
Trying to be professional. James is real professional over there in the across the pond, they call it.
Across the pond, love.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got here. Michael Costello was here, but that was about an hour and 20 minutes ago, Rip.
Oh, okay.
There was a lot of people in here at 11 o'clock. Is that when we are live every Friday at what time do we go on?
Sometimes 12, sometimes 11, sometimes 10:30.
But concrete.
It's a concrete time, except today. Can't help
concrete time every Friday and some Thursdays. Oh wait, there is Opinion Haver, 11:13.
Concrete,
baby.
baby. Oh, he's over.
He put that in
The-
two hours ago.
oh,
Over
the
2
vet's
hours
over.
ago. The vet was in over 2 hours ago.
It don't get any better than that. Oh shoot.
So it's 12 p.m. when it's not 12 p.m. as Opinion Haver would say, concrete.
Concrete.
One of you didn't hit the like. Yeah, hit the like while you guys are sitting here doing
And
nothing.
smash. Is that it?
Meat smash. Medium 5 was in here, but he's got to go to a heart doctor, something, heart doctor. Something collapsed, walked. Okay. David Linville was in the house. We're just reading all the people that used to be here.
Yeah,
Rip.
then they had to go do something.
They all got to go do something. Oh, might have a question here. David Linville. Rip, do you remember Jerry Oski?
Oski. I remember the name, but I can't place him.
Jerry Allen, a.k.a. Jerry Allen. He beat Randy Savage for the AWA Southern Heavyweight Championship belt in Memphis.
I bet that was the best Southern Heavyweight Championship match that night.
Do you remember him?
I remember Jerry Oski, but I can't
Was
place
he like
him right now.
Was he like a little bodybuilder guy? I kind of remember that name, but
I remember him, but I can't put the face with the name.
All right. Dangerous yes, Greg Smith. Yes. We are doing dangerous drugs when we hit 3,000, Rip. We're getting drunk. We're getting high. We're going to bring that campaign back. So maybe we'll get people to like and subscribe and smash and membership. Hey, speaking of, I got a membership update. There's nobody in here but 7 people. Membership update. I just ordered the pictures. I couldn't count on Rip after 3 weeks to get me pictures, so I just ordered them through CVS. They should be done today. I'm going to get those mailed out on Monday. So anybody else that's in green, anybody else that's a member that wants a personal autograph picture from the Hustler Rip Rogers, send your home address to thelilastudios@gmail.com, thelilastudios@gmail.com, and you will have a picture, an autograph picture, personalized to you.
Don't get carried away now.
From the Ripster. Yeah, we can. That's the least you can do for them.
Huh? The least?
That's the least.
Oh.
I'm buying the damn pictures.
Okay.
You can send it to them. Shit, you can autograph them.
Hey, if you just happen to be hanging around St. Louis, I'll be there this weekend signing autographs.
Tell them right in that microphone.
Signing autographs, taking pictures, etc. There's a Bruiser Brody memorial thing. All the top stars are going to be there.
It's tomorrow.
That's tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow, Rip will be in St. Louis at the, do you know what it's called by chance?
I can't remember.
Rip will be in St. Louis tomorrow at some wrestling thing that he doesn't know
Yeah.
what it is, but he will be there.
Yeah. Well, Elias was going to go, but things come up and he couldn't go.
Yeah,
I mean, when you're Father of the Year and you got Mother's Day of the year, and
I could go.
You got to do this and that. You didn't know. You just get heat. You know.
I really wouldn't, but I just
sure you would.
No, I really wouldn't.
Well,
I'm just doing it.
You did cut all the grass yesterday.
I'm doing it 2 days ago. I'm doing it just to be nice, Rip. I'm just that kind of guy.
You're just such a nice guy.
Yeah, I have permission, if you will, to go. I'm just not going. Let's see. Vet on Twitch. So Vet must be doing his own show right now. That's why he's not here. Do you think Vet starts his show the same time, the same day, all the time? How boring is that?
Well, I guess if you want. Well, that's like when we were running ICW, whenever they had changed our TV, like if it usually played at 3 p.m, all of a sudden it played at 1:30. It would have about 1/3 of the audience because everybody else was you. Hey, if you're a wrestling fan, you know what time the wrestling comes on what channel. So anytime you change it, you're cutting your own throat. We cut our own throats a lot around.
Yeah, we do. If you're wrestling with a Rip Rogers fan, just kind of flip a coin. I don't know.
Well, shit just happens, you know.
Shit happens. I mean, when you're as over as Rip and people from England, or where's he from? England.
Yeah.
Wants to interview. I mean,
what can you
do
say?
It right?
And then when he demands you be on there 3 hours, what can you do? I give him a 3-hour show, right?
Tennis elbow.
So what the hell?
3-hour show. I mean, overall, I would give you a really high score, Rip. Really high score on that. There were some times though that was a little questionable, like when he asked, God, who did he ask about? Oh, why is Fit Finlay the greatest heel that you've seen? And you go, well, Danny Spivey in Japan was, a couple things like that. I didn't really understand, but
Well, I had to keep up with my gimmick of not answering the question.
Didn't really understand a couple of those things.
Well, I didn't either. I said, well, I'm thinking about this thing about Danny Spivey, so I better say it now or my mind will go blank.
Yeah, I was just sitting in the hallway going, "Answer the question."
Is that what you say?
Yeah,
But-
answer the question
but
and
the
quit banging on the table.
But the best when I
Answer
was
the question.
the best when I was driving here today, and they had the stoplight, but then I went to the 4-way stop and I sat there. I was waiting for the light to change, but it didn't have a light. How's that? I'm not saying I'm losing it.
I'd say it's lost.
I think it's already lost.
Yeah, I don't think you're losing it. It's
Damn.
gone. Heavy D in the house. Who's Heavy D? Has he been around before?
Well, he could be light D.
Heavy D and the boys. Like, are you the Heavy D rapper that used to do the Now That We Found Love song? All hail the hustler. Got an update on the Jerry dude. Jerry died due to a slip and fall on the ice. Suffered a head injury. Wow.
Holy shit! That
Man.
that has killed the momentum for the show.
Yeah, dude. Might as well shut this thing down.
Yeah, but it's
Todd Brantley, hey yo. Vaughn, you look like you were at the gym. Wasn't at the gym. It's hot in here. I haven't turned the AC on. Had to shut the window for Rip's interview. I don't know. Had worked out this morning. I got tennis elbow.
no, that's excessive masturbation elbow.
It
is
could
what
be.
that is.
Could be.
Nothing wrong with that.
Carl Period Brown in the house. Did Rip plug the show in the interview? Yes, he did. He actually plugged the show today
I plugged the shit out of it
multiple
didn't I?
times.
Of course,
Multiple times.
but there's a thing with his tape, so he could chop up anyone.
Yeah, he could.
He could.
take
He
it out.
could rib us, right?
But I think as much as we talked about it off the air, I think he actually said he's going to, clip it in every clip that he does too. So I asked James afterwards to give us a little advice because he's got, over 100,000 subscribers on his channel. That's a lot. Ask him for some advice, Rip. Can you tell the people what he told you by chance?
He said, "Give up on the podcast."
That's-
he said, "You're doing great. Just get rid of Rip."
No, I don't think. No, he said audio is the key. He said make sure
Make sure I'm not banging on
that
the
you're not banging on the table
hitting
like
the
you did
thing
the
here,
entire
and
3
make
hours.
sure the microphone's not over there.
He said talk into
Talk
the
into the
microphone.
microphone. Talk
and don't
loud,
make a lot of
noise like
this,
like that.
and like this.
So I'll try and eat before that. So I got I need to have food in me for energy. Got to have the energy, baby.
Yeah, so I had that one comment. We had a comment on one of our videos that said that we would have a lot more subscribers if Rip didn't eat the whole time. How does that make you feel, Rip?
Who said that?
What was his name? Doug something, I think. You said you're going to tell him to go fuck
Oh, I
himself.
said Doug. Here, see that?
Uh,
Here,
mean-
you're number one, Doug.
he's not wrong. Hey, I am with her now on.
Yeah, I talked.
She's my new favorite.
No,
man.
I talked to her a whole lot.
Do you really?
Well,
I mean, I saw at that thing that day, but you didn't
Right.
act like you knew who she was. Now
Well, I
you're
didn't
like
know
now
who-
you're best friends.
I didn't know who she was.
Now you
She
guys are
told
just
me.
now you're best friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
She's
she wants
my,
wants to advance her career. She knows she's young and hot,
Mm,
and she's mocha.
she's
And she
my-
knows
she's
I like-
something.
She knows I like mocha. She knows that she can twist me any way she wants.
I hope my
to.
wife's
She
not
wants,
watching.
She wants to use me as much as me can, and I'm ready to be used. What the hell?
Is my wife's mom watching today? Last time I said this, she was watching.
Was she?
Yeah.
Oh, well, always ask first.
Oh yeah.
Is-
Is anybody watching today? That
Is my wife's mother watching this right now?
put in the chat if you're my wife's mom watching this show right now, please.
Well, the vet. And what's the vet say? Concrete, baby.
Yeah, concrete.
Concrete.
Did Rip plug the podcast? Yes, he did. When is Rip going to do another comedy show in Rushville? Oh Lord,
That was the greatest comedy show they had in there that
I'm
night?
not even sure it was.
Well, you're right. It couldn't have been. Wait a minute. Did I get the bag that night?
What's that mean?
Did I get the money?
Probably.
Yeah. So who cares?
Yeah, that was quite the show, man. I don't know. When are you scheduled to appear there again, Rip?
No, not yet.
No,
We
you
want
haven't
to. We want to. We want to make them wait.
you haven't been invited back. huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, Romer put a beat down on that pizza though. They were like, Dylan's dad was like, "Hey, do you guys want any food?" And Romer's like, "Yeah, we'll take like 10 pizzas. Sure, yeah, thanks. Order them all. I'd love it. I love free pizza. We don't have to pay for it, right? Yeah, so yeah, take them." You haven't eaten on videos for a couple of months now. Yeah, it's been a little while. Hey, we got 11 people on here. Anybody got a wrestling question? What's going on in the wrestling world today, Rip? I tell you, we filmed some of the reaction stuff last week for you
Uh-huh.
guys that are out there, and it just was shitty audio. I don't know what I'm doing wrong on it.
Why do
Didn't
you-
work out. I haven't clipped our stuff together since Waylon quit.
Why do you keep looking at that picture of
It's
that
just
girl?
was just back up. Waylon quit. I'm really behind on all our stuff. I have done a piss poor job. I've been getting the shorts out, but not the
I think she likes
clips.
jack guys that are about 6'5"
well
and throw left-handed.
formerly
And he's got a baseball cap.
I
And he likes to chop guys.
don't think so.
And he destroyed Pat McAfee's $1 million leg.
So the rumor is McAfee's going to ESPN. Rip.
And what's he going to do?
Like take his show. Like he dumped FanDuel, got out of his 4-year, $120 million deal.
Okay, does that mean he has to pay him?
Well, no, they just don't pay him. I would
Okay.
say.
Pat's on a roll, baby.
ESPN. So people on the internet are just crushing him right now.
What do you mean?
Crushing him because they think if he goes to ESPN, and this is all speculation so far, but he did do a selfie with the president of Disney or whatever that owns ESPN. They are definitely doing something. All the FanDuel stuff is down, and he said he's got a huge announcement to make here in the next couple of days. Everybody says he's going to ESPN. We'll see, but they're saying if he goes to ESPN, he's not going to be able to do the same kind of show. Like he'll be
Right.
regulated and all that kind of stuff. Well, he came out with a statement, I think it was yesterday or the day before, and said, how do people, I'm reading all the stuff, getting killed on the internet. Everybody says, I'm going to be censored and we're sellouts and this and that and the other. He's like, people don't even have a clue as to what we're doing.
Right.
And I'm getting crushed on the internet. So I'm not crushing Pat McAfee right now. I'm just saying what is happening to Pat McAfee and in his situation. But it looks like he's going to ESPN. So we'll see how that all works out.
Hey,
Could be wrong. Allegedly.
Allegedly. Look at it this way. Pat's going to make the bag no matter what.
Yeah.
He's going to make the money no matter what because he's over. Where he went from SmackDown to College Game Day to whatever, and they put him in the middle. He was the star. He's going to be the star, and that's the way it is. And he's going to have a lot of options. He's going to make a bunch of money, and if he did, and when he does, he'll probably give it away anyway.
He just had a kid too. I don't know if you know that or not.
Yeah.
My personal opinion, just my opinion, I think he just gets bored. Just
I
wants
go-
to
yeah.
do different. Why not do it all? Just do everything. Why not?
Right.
You're rich. Everybody wants you, basically. So why not just
Yeah.
do it all, man?
What the hell? You only go through life one time.
I mean, it's yeah. I mean, what the hell?
I played in the NFL. Yeah. Oh, I became a wrestler. Oh, yeah. Then I was on the College Game Day. Oh, yeah. And then I did SmackDown. Oh, yeah. And then, what's next?
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to do this. Okay. Great.
And then what else did? Oh, I don't know if you know this or not, but he was in that lawsuit with Brett Favre. Did you ever see that?
I heard
I heard
a bunch of stuff about it.
Supposedly Brett Favre dropped the lawsuit. It's done. McAfee fought him on it, said he wasn't going to take down the content, said, go ahead and sue me. Favre was going to sue him. And then I think McAfee eventually lawyered up, even though he doesn't usually do lawyers and shit. He does all his own deals. And Favre ended up dropping. They just made an announcement, dropped it. So that's cool.
So, in other words, Brett's probably guilty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And my guess is McAfee has more money than Brett Favre.
Yeah. And yeah. You don't. Yeah.
Favre thought it was going to be a money grab. And then when McAfee lawyered up with some big time lawyers that overshadowed Favre's lawyer, who came online and said, we're going to bankrupt Pat McAfee. Well, that didn't go far.
That didn't.
That didn't go far. Who else we got in here?
No, Pat texted me the other day. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I said congratulations on the new addition to the family. you
Oh,
know? Yeah.
Yeah, I
He
didn't.
Still called me boss. I said, "Oh, send money." No, I didn't.
Hello, Rip. Roy Fox, your son, number 3.
what, number 3. He's in
Please tell
Iowa.
a story from your Portland Territory days.
Oh, okay. Let's
What was
see.
some you maybe told today? Was there any that you told today that
That's what I'm trying to think.
hadn't told? I think you talked today about it. Was it Adrian Adonis that wasn't
He
real
didn't-
nice in the beginning?
Yeah, he wasn't real nice.
Why don't you tell that story? That's a good story.
No, Adrian was sort of a bully.
Yeah.
and Adrian was a tough guy. And then we was out there working, and he and I was a green boy, so he didn't want to listen to what I said, and he just wanted to do what he wanted to do. And he was a baby face, and he was bigger than me, so the matches weren't very good. So Piper told Adrian to shut up and to listen to me and to do what I said. Then if it didn't work after what I said, we would figure out how to make it better. But as a heel leading, you got to have a chance to fail, and that's what he wanted. Because Adrian was a great worker and he had more experience than me. But Piper started when he was 17, and Adrian looked up to Roddy because Roddy was like God out there. So he just did, and then it was a whole lot better. But Adrian left anyway. He went to AWA with Jesse the Body Ventura.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, he became a big star there. And then
where was he at before? Do you know?
He'd worked a whole lot of places. He was from New York City. He was a tough guy because then he got in a fight with Danny Spivey, and Danny beat him half to death.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's why nobody wants to mess with Dollar Bill Dan. Had that big left hand. Whew.
Didn't know that.
Then Adrian come back in the dressing room and tried to leg dive him, and then Danny got him again.
Oh, wow. So that's a good story.
Well, Danny's 6'7", and they used to call him Dollar Bill Dan when he was in Tampa. Let's just say he was around a lot of money and stuff you smoke or whatever. But anyway, that was a long time ago. We all do stuff when we're younger.
Yeah.
But Danny Spivey, he was a tough son of a bitch.
EBS says, hello, I have a question. What brought the new trend in wrestling that the wrestlers look like children and not like men? Comparing Von Lilas to Adam Cole is like a midget and a giant.
Well, you want to finish? You want to talk that? Or you want me to talk that?
I mean, if you, I don't know. Tell me if I'm wrong. If you look back in the day in the territory days, there were some territories. I mean, even like Memphis, where really some of those guys weren't very big, but I think they look like men. They look like wrestlers. They look like somebody different. They look like somebody you weren't going to mess with. So I think that definitely helped out the appearance of looking like a
man.
badass man.
Right.
Like, even Dutch Mantel, it wasn't huge and jacked, but
no, but he had
look at Dutch. You're like, I don't know if I would have messed with this guy.
No,
he
had a beard. He was wild looking. Yeah. Had the long black hair. Had that hairy back. I wouldn't want to screw with him. Shit.
Then it went to huge. Even up to OVW days when you were training the Jendrax, the Nathan Jones, the Sean O'Hares, the Cenas, Matt Morgans, all those huge guys. But then they kind of brought in the wellness policy for, some people say for everybody, some people say for a select few.
For a select
few.
I
think the wellness policy really is what kind of turned, in my opinion, the giants to littler guys. And then once some of the littler guys started showing all the flip-de-doo stuff, I think it was like, let's try to outdo that. Now it's a bunch of little guys trying to out-flip.
And now guys
evolution.
And now guys that aren't really big look big because everybody else is so small.
I mean, you even said, "Hey, look how big MJF is now." But really, I mean,
he's not big.
He's not that.
When you're
huge now.
When you're standing next to Darby that weighs 145, and Jungle Boy who's whatever, and then Sammy Guevara, and so I'm going, oh my God, these are the pillars of AEW. Hell, I wouldn't tie a horse up to that pillar.
So what would you say to answer to that question about they all look like
kids? Well, they do. To me, they do, but I'm 69 years old.
Yeah.
So if you're 40, well, you look young to me.
Yeah, 50.
Yeah. No. So I'm just saying it's whatever you're used to out there.
Yeah.
And when you see these little guys and their body's not mature, and MJF, he's dieting right and he's training right. He got a lot of off time, right? Making a lot of money. So he should be looking really good. And he's improved his physique, but these other guys, they look worse.
Yeah.
They look worse because they're lazy.
Somebody we talked to, I can't remember. You get all that, when you're on that schedule and you're doing stuff every day, you're on that, well, I got to get to the gym today now because I'm booked.
That's right.
The rest of the day. But then when you just have all these days off, you just lay around, you're like, fuck it. I'm just going to stay on the couch.
Yes. And that's it. Exactly. 5 a.m. Where was I at today? I was at the gym
I don't know.
at 5 a.m. I was at the gym. That's where I was at, and I'm 69 years old. Excuse me.
Did any of you chew tobacco to get over with the boys?
I don't give a shit what the boys think. Kiss my motherfucking ass.
So,
You ain't gonna Just because you drink don't mean I'm gonna drink. If you smoke pot, that's your business. You smoke cigarette, that's your business. You put stuff up your ass, that's your business. Mine's things training and trying to half-ass eat healthy because I'm trying to live longer than 69. Most of my buddies are all croaked anyway.
I remember, I think it was Chris Cage. We were in the locker room at an OVW show, and he was like chewing and spitting in a bottle, and you just blasted him.
That sounds like me. Well, I think that stuff's disgusting.
Blasted him.
Well, it's disgusting.
You just said you didn't care what people did.
I don't care what they do. It's their fucking body. If you want to be a lazy lard ass,
I don't think he's a lazy lard ass. He was just chewing.
I'm making a comma. No matter what. If you want to be 400 or 500 pounds and eat nothing but fat,
yeah,
that's your business. You're going to die soon. If you want to do the tobacco and stuff, you're going to die soon. And you're paying money. You're spending money to get that stupid shit. But there ain't no law against being stupid. So what the hell? You want to kill yourself? Go right ahead.
Life lessons with Rip Rogers.
Life lessons with Rip Rogers. It don't get any better than that, does it?
Chris Cage, he apologizes for being so mean.
Oh,
when
he
you were
he
chewing.
probably did.
Let's see. Rip, why weren't you in Smoky? I like this question. Why weren't you in Smoky Mountain Wrestling more? Was the money not right, or did you want the ability to work in other territories instead of being in just Smoky Mountain?
I just worked Smoky Mountain. I was working WCW. I worked some WCW. I was working global. I was just working wherever I wanted to because I was good. I was in demand. I didn't want to work for Smoky Mountain, and I had to move there. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to have a good time. I was pretty stupid. I just wanted to go to different places, see different things, and play the life of being a wrestler.
Did you ever get like offered? Did they do contracts there? How that worked? Like, did Cornette ever say, "Hey, I want you here full time"? Did he ever ask that? Do you remember?
No, he just asked me, "Could I come in on these dates?" I said, "Sure." If I didn't, I said, "Nope, I'm booked up." I said, "Next time, ask me earlier because I'll hold the spot." Because I made less money with Cornette.
Oh yeah.
But I would rather work for him because I had more fun. I was into this to have fun. I was
stupid.
stupid.
You work with there? I mean, Orndorff, I think I remember.
Yeah, I worked Paul Orndorff.
Was it like
there.
a tournament or something? Or am I wrong?
I can't remember what it was. But I remember me and Orndorff had great instant chemistry. We didn't set up anything, just did it. And Cornette said, "This is Rip. You'll like him." And that's all he said. Then we went out and had a match. And Paul Orndorff was great. He was great out there.
Good question, Greg Smith. Carl Period Brown. Rip, what was your thoughts on the Danny Davis, Mike Samples heat with each other? Know anything about that?
I can't remember what it was about. Probably something trivial.
Did Samples start? He never really ran down there, did he?
I really can't remember.
I remember some of those guys, like I think Flash and some of those guys worked for Samples, but I don't know if that was a OVW.
Well, with Danny, I mean, it might have been guys that he was training or using their shows. He didn't want them working for Mike. That might have been it. But hey, when you're young, you ought to be able to work for anybody you want to. If you can make a buck, we don't want you to get hurt. As long as you make the towns I want you at, but don't be working in the towns that I run with the other promotion. Because but I don't know what the beef was all about. I can't remember.
Frank's Pickle Barrel Ass in the house. Greg Smith said, I'm rewatching Smoky Mountain Wrestling, and it holds up really well after all these years. I watched some of it. I think I have some old tapes of it somewhere. I'll take big guys, a few moves, and some characters. That's what I miss is characters, really, Rip. That's why I get into, like, I think it's run its course. But, like, even when Bray Wyatt, the original Bray Wyatt with, what was that group called? Like, when they had what they called something else?
I don't know.
Just what? I don't know. When
there's
Bray Wyatt,
there's like three of them or whatever.
When he was first introduced with those two other guys, like that, I thought was awesome. Just character, all character based stuff. I think that's what's missing a lot, man.
Well, I like all the character stuff, but I don't like stuff that's where you're transported.
Oh, I don't either.
Yeah,
No.
without
No.
I want it to be half-assed believable.
Yeah.
And then I'm entertained, just like any movie.
Yeah, that's why I said I think that stuff with him has went too far. I don't even know if is he even with WWE anymore?
I don't know.
I don't know if he's around.
I know. I seen his dad. I got a picture with his dad the other day. When we was in Ashland, Kentucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was there with DiBiase.
Did you ask him? Did you say, hey?
No, somebody.
Hey, how's your son doing?
I think it was Virgil.
Yeah. And you're there with all the top stars.
Yeah. Man. So Barry Horowitz.
Did you ask Virgil to be on the podcast?
No. Virgil's
awesome.
Virgil weighs 135. He's dying.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, he's got cancer.
Oh shit.
So yeah, no, he was. It was sad, and he's supposed to be there Sunday too.
Oh really?
Yeah, I remember Romer had to pull his pants up for him, and do the belt thing because he was like falling down. He weighs 135, and he used to be jacked.
You remember when he was Soul Train Jones in Memphis?
Yeah, Mike Jones, Soul Train Jones. Yeah, he was jacked.
He was Soul Train Jones. He dressed like Apollo Creed or whatever. Mm-hmm. He wore the red, white, and blue top hat for a while and stuff. And he had the big arms, looked really good for Memphis. Mm-hmm. And then he got WWE, and then because I always watched him in Memphis. And then WWF, he's up there as $1 Million Man's sidekick,
right?
Like a little. I mean, he looked pretty little, really. He still had the big arms out. But I was like, man, how does this guy go from being that in Memphis to? I didn't understand.
You don't dress the same and don't look better than the wrestler.
Well, he was a wrestler.
But I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm saying he didn't look better. He was little. He looked tiny. I mean, his arms looked big, but he was a littler guy compared to Hulk Hogan.
Well, Hogan was bigger than everybody then. Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah. Let's see. You don't need drugs to get big, but they sure do help. Hit the gym and eat right, yeah, but no, you take steroids, man.
No, the drugs work.
They do work.
No,
I know people on steroids.
They work.
They fucking work.
Yeah, I've seen guys looking like shit, eat shit. They don't even go to the gym. They work steroids. They take steroids and they look great because they work. Of course, they don't last very long, then they croak real fast. But no, they work.
Yeah. Dudes look like tent poles. That flippy dippy crap is like watching Power Rangers. I agree with everybody in here, man. You're welcome. Guys, the Territories looked like they were tough. They weren't all ripped, but they had muscle mass and they were barrel chested. Yeah, and
they look like men. It's simple.
God, do you remember when you were at my house and I was trying to remember the guy that was at the National Guard Armory? I remembered it right after you left, and then I didn't text it to you. Not like a repo man, but what's another guy? A bounty hunter. That's
bounty
him.
Hunter.
You remember the bounty hunter?
There was a bunch of them.
There was a bounty hunter that.
You mean Jack Cougar, the bounty hunter?
I don't know. I got a picture
with he worked for Dick the Bruiser.
Yeah, he had like scraggly black hair
and a cowboy hat, and a black vest.
Yeah, the bounty hunter.
That's Jack Kruger, the bounty hunter.
That's who I was trying to think of the other day.
No, me and him went to the Maritimes the first time. We drove out there, and he was Angel Ancevita, the original Cuban assassin. He was a Cuban assassin for a while.
He was,
and then he got a job for WWE. He used to drive a truck, so he was driving the ring truck for WWE, going to shows, and then all of a sudden he got comfortable. And he didn't want to leave early, and he wanted to fly in to do something and let the other guy drive the truck, but he was responsible for the truck. So all of a sudden the guy didn't make it or whatever, and he got fired.
This is you think the bounty hunter that could have been in Seymour?
Yes, that was him. Yes, that was Jack Kruger. Jack Kruger, the bounty hunter. Danville, Illinois.
Wow. That's awesome. What about eating coochie in the locker room? Don't know about that. It's great to meet you in the Bluegrass Convention the other day, Rip.
It was
be a square peg. Met you at the Bluegrass Convention. So we got a new fan from that convention, Rip. Good job.
Okay. Well, I was just over there. I was just there being over, doing whatever.
At least one person thought you were over.
Yeah.
We got one new fan.
Yeah, we got one new fan.
Yeah. Wonder how many you'll get in St. Louis. You think you'll get one or two?
I'll try for 3.
Try for 2. I'd try for 2.
Okay, I'll try for 2 and maybe get
You could
3.
double. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're doing great. You're doing great work at these things, man. Let's see. People are at work.
Hey, Frankie, the Pickle Barrel ass said he
Oh
met.
yeah, the Wyatt family. Shit, I couldn't.
Yeah, he said he met IRS a few years ago in New Jersey. He's a big man. Yeah, he is a big man. That's why he was a goddamn collegiate wrestler at Syracuse.
Yep. Sample supposedly took wrestlers and when putting the bad mouth on Danny and his trainees and his interviewer guy with a map on his head, acting like Faye Davis. Well,
that wasn't good.
No, I could see.
Oh no! Wait a minute. Now, wait a minute. Now this all comes back to me.
I could see people making.
Mike had his own TV show, right? And then all of a sudden, Mike was doing commentary talking about the match. Then the camera shot over, and it had like two little kids in the ring that they were missing a few cards. And then Mike goes, "Oh, there's the Briley family."
Are you serious?
Yeah, I remember that. And so I showed.
Like they were making fun of Faye on.
I guess Mike did a lot of them.
So that was his thing, huh?
Yeah, I guess so. So I just remember that now. Oh, look at Greg Smith says
Cousin Otter.
And Cousin Otter. I took steroids and I was 22 and they worked extremely well. He didn't do them long because he was worried about the consequences.
Yeah, they worked.
Yeah, they worked.
Brock Lesnar refused to work with Bray, and after that, Bray went AWOL. Yep.
Well, Bray was a cartoon, and Brock takes his shit seriously.
What should they do with the Cody and Brock feud? I don't know who won that match. Cody. We did predictions on that. Who did you predict? You said Brock would kill him. I think Cody won.
Probably did.
Cody won.
They throw a swerve at you. Brock's laughing all the way to the bank.
Brock took I think he really busted himself open. I think on a turnbuckle or something exposed. And I think you guys, somebody in the chat, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he actually took it and
knowing Brock, he
busted in.
He probably did. Just ran into his head as hard as he could. He didn't give a shit. You can't hurt him.
5'8", not paying to see guys my own size. Yeah, I mean, I would pay for some 5'8" people. I mean, I don't know how tall Mike Mondo was, but
probably 5'7".
He was one of the I would pay to watch him, even in the Spirit Squad. I thought he was great. Still is, I guess. Certain guys, yeah, but not a whole roster of 5'8" guys. There's a difference. I mean, what was your first car, Rip? Did you eat coochie in it? So Frank's Pickle Barrel ass is big in.
I had the 64 white Chevy Impala.
Was your first? Oh, I would love to have an Impala.
Yeah,
that was your first car.
Yeah, I was 16 years old, and going into football it cost $700, and I drove that for about 5 years. So it was, the Chevy Impala. That was cool. That was a good car.
I remember you had that orange van for years.
See, that had the double gas tanks in it, so I could get like 600 miles with a fill up. So and then it had all those 4 captain's chairs plus the thing in the back, so you could haul 7 people. You could haul 7 people in there. Which I did and collected trans.
Chicks love that car, I bet, didn't they?
What's that?
That orange van.
Well, I didn't care. I wasn't into that then. I was busy.
You weren't into girls then.
No, I was into young boys. Potentially
of age, of age though. Not young boys, just younger boys.
Yeah.
Don't want to get us kicked off YouTube
right
here. Vic Gomez. You know Vic Gomez? Is he a new fan?
It says, I hope Cody won't get squashed. Oh. Shit, if I was Vince McMahon, I would squash him no, wait a minute, listen.
I know.
No, wait a minute.
Go ahead.
I would. He broke off to somebody else. He'd gotten a free job with WWE for how many years because of his dad. Had how many different characters? Well, most people would have been fired right away because when Cody started, he wasn't worth shit. Then he goes off, didn't like WWE, even though he was getting a paycheck there for how many years. So now he's going to go to AEW. Then didn't like the thing there, so now he's going to go right back there. So if I was Vince, I would have squashed that son of a bitch for a year. And he would have the most sympathy. because he'd want to quit on himself. Then we would start the slow build back. The
So,
slow build
on
back.
that year-long squash,
Yes.
would you make it known that basically Vince was doing this because he left? Like, would Vince?
You don't have to say anything.
No.
Cody's complaining. You know why you're here. That's all you got to say. You had your choice. Now I got my choice, or whatever. Vince is the fucking heel. Now the Cody's a sympathetic baby face.
Yeah.
And after he would just struggle and struggle, then he would get on a win streak. Oh my God. Then somebody else has got the big title match. He gets hurt, but somebody can take it with 48 hours notice. Cody. Now I'm getting goosebumps. It's Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
Everybody in that fucking place would be for him. And we have it's time for the upset because Brock was preparing for somebody else. And Cody's a different horse in this goddamn race. And Cody had the strategy. Be awesome.
Vince McMahon, I hope you're watching this today. I'm sure Vince, I mean, as many times as he dings our videos, our channels, everything we put out, this is property of WWE. Vince, I'm sure you're watching today. Maybe you should hire Rip.
No, I don't want to work for them.
Oh, well, never
No,
mind. All right.
forget it.
Well, we had him.
No.
He had $1 million contract for Rip.
No.
He's just going to
No,
turn it
thank
down.
you. No,
Okay.
thank
Never
you.
mind. Go back to
Not interested.
UPS.
Not interested. Yeah. Go back. Yeah.
Man. It's like that show Dumb and Dumber when that busload of all the Swedish bikini team pulls over and they're walking down the road and they're like, one of these days we're just going to catch a break. And this bus pulls over with all these bikini girls and they're saying, hey, we're looking for 2 guys to rub us down with oil and stuff like that in the next town. And they're like, you're going the wrong way. The town's that way. And then they're walking down the road. Man, 2 lucky guys are going to run into them and get a rub oil all over. One day we'll catch our break.
Oh, God.
I'm like, Rip could be offered to get hired, WWE, AEW, everywhere else. And he'd say, no, no, no. And then he'd complain about going to Amazon.
I'm already 69.
You complain about going to Amazon.
Who gives a shit?
Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
If not, you'd complain. What the hell?
One of these days, I'll catch a break.
Okay.
No, Vince, go fuck yourself. One of these days, I'll catch a break. Let's see. Vince could cut a promo talking about how Cody came crawling back. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Oh, he could really get good sympathy on that one.
Yeah.
Just because you got a young son, just because you got a young wife, I don't care.
Yeah, Frank's talking about bringing Brandy. I don't want the Brandy. I think anytime you bring a chick in, there goes the sympathy. There goes any kind of baby face. I don't want a good guy with a fucking chick. When Daniel Bryan had the Bella's person on there, God, I hated that shit.
Well, you can't stand her. That's why.
If you're a heel and got like Maurice with the Miz,
Right.
I'm all for it. I don't want no chick with my.
Wait a minute.
hero.
We ain't cashing no checks as Vince in this anyway. So you know what the hell.
Yeah. Don Burton's in the house from Seymour, Indiana.
He said, "Hello, folks." What's he usually say?
That probably. I don't
Gents?
know. No, that's Al Robinson.
Oh, okay.
Big Al says "morning, gentlemen," or something like that. If Big Al was on here and said it, I would know exactly what he said.
Who do you think should win the new championship? The WWE. I don't think they got enough championships.
I think they should get rid of it. I think it's the worst idea possible.
I think they should. I think they should have a TV. They should have a.
So stupid.
Bruno used to have the belt.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be. There's one champion. Champion means you're the best. Oh, well, we got to have 12 championship matches. Oh, okay.
I don't care who wins it. Don't give a shit about it. I think it's a dumb idea. Don't think they should have it. I hate the fact they have it. I think if they give it to Cody, it's even worse because he couldn't beat Roman for the real title. So now they're just going to give him another title. We're going to make one up for you since you couldn't beat Roman. I think that's awful if they do that. Surely they won't do that.
Hey, who knows?
Anyway, Rip, we can't stay on here long. It's almost 2:30 or it's after 2. I'm going on the road to Evansville. I got 3 hours. The kid's going to be home in 30 minutes. I'm not even packed. I'm supposed to have an impact. We're leaving in 30. Who knew that you were going to take over and be like Kenny Bolin today on WSI and just be so full of energy, so full of life, so full of stories, and go 3 hours on that show? Who knew, Rip?
I did.
I did.
Did I remind you of Kenny on there?
I mean, not like
Are
Kenny.
you saying I was heavy or what?
Because it was not I.
Oh,
Now you got a little talkative a couple times, which is good. Better than sitting here saying nothing. If you got to pick one, I would pick story time with Rip Rogers than shutdown time with Rip Rogers. But no, Kenny's more about Kenny. Like 3 hours about Kenny Bolin. It wasn't 3 hours about Rip Rogers. It was about other people, which is cool. They heard. I think you're gonna.
look what Don Burton said about Kenny. Oh,
God, that Kenny Bolin interview was yeah.
Look.
Yeah. So at the old Lila Studios, when I really wasn't involved, Rip would do a show with Man Beast, and they decided to have Kenny Bolin on one day, and I just kind of left.
What happened to the show?
You and Man Beast still did it. I wasn't really part of the show anyway.
Oh,
I was just there talking to Kenny. I mean, I like Kenny. I'm not sitting there. I like Kenny Bolin. I'm not sitting there. I don't have heat with him or anything. I like him. He's always good to me. I've just heard his act before, so didn't need to hear it again,
Look,
That's
Man
all.
Beast is on here. Says I remember that.
Yeah. Couldn't take it anymore. Any other questions? We got to get going, man. Or at least I got to get going. I mean, Rip could.
Hey, I'm not Mr. Technology. How long have I been on here today?
Well, 46 minutes here.
Mm-hmm.
Probably. What'd you do? 250. What did you do with him?
I don't know. Couldn't see that far.
Dr. Nick Beckham. Rip and I sat there while Kenny Bolin talked the whole time. Yeah.
Well, Dr. Nick Beckham is Man Beast. Man Beast had the 90-minute Broadway with Adam Revolver on when we had the big seminar. Man Beast is I'd put him in the ring with anybody and everybody. Man Beast he's sort of like you now. He's like husband of the year, father of the year. He's an actual doctor. He's busy being over. What can you say? He's the beast.
He's the Man Beast. Hey, Man Beast. Oh, that was one of the stories. Man Beast, you were talked about. Rip did a 3-hour interview today on WSI, Wrestling Shoot Interviews. And Rip talked about you and Chico Alvarez's hour-long match.
Yeah.
That was one of the questions, Rip. So he asked, God, what was his question? Something about the biggest, what was it, a goof or something about a dirt sheet? Something.
No, he's talking about, Brian works.
No.
Okay.
That wasn't the question. The question was, who is the biggest goof in wrestling? Was that what it was? Something like that.
No, I don't remember that question at all.
Well, that doesn't surprise me. And you said Chico Alvarez wrestled Man Beast for an hour.
Oh, we was talking about the dirt sheets. And I was getting the dirt sheet out. What I was doing was putting over the training, how Buddy Wayne trained Chico Alvarez. And Man Beast was trained at OVW. And they had never seen each other before.
Right. I was there for the answer. But it really had nothing to do with the question, is what I'm saying.
Oh, well, I don't remember what the question was to begin with.
It had nothing to do with the question.
Well, hell, that's normal for me. You know that.
But anyway, Man Beast, you're talked about on the show. So
the Beast was over.
Yeah, I'll let you know. Let's see. Did a Class A bullshitter? Yeah. Hello, Man Beast. Kenny always has an angle. He's always working. True. He wants the money for those kids in the Philippines.
Oh, my God.
If a cow and a calf I have no idea. I can't read on that.
Eat a bale and a half in a week, and how much hay will a cow? Yeah. Okay.
All right, Rip.
Is that
I gotta
it?
go, man.
Oh, okay.
60 minutes. I mean, that's not too bad.
Well, we only changed. What we had? It's on every Friday at what time? 12.
Every Friday at 12 o'clock, baby.
Except today.
Every Friday at noon.
Except
we go live on here every single Friday. Except
sometimes
Fridays we don't, like today. Get this book, the book on pro wrestling with Rip Rogers. Get this shirt, ProWrestlingTees.com.
Are we still on the air?
Somebody said so. Yeah, we're on the
air.
Okay. Why do you think I'm fucking plugging this?
I was wondering.
Get this t-shirt at ProWrestlingTees.com. We haven't sold any hardly at all. Somebody go buy a damn shirt.
Please.
Subscribe to this thing. Become a member. Send me. This is your last chance to send me your home address at thelilastudios@gmail.com. I got the pictures ordered. I might even go pick them up today. Next Friday, Rip will sign them. So we'll get them out the Monday after that. I'm sorry it's taking so long. It's been about a month after I promised them.
I'll be in St. Louis tomorrow for the big thing.
Rip will be in St. Louis tomorrow. So all you St. Louisians,
Romer will be in St.
come
Louis
and
tomorrow.
see him.
Billy Oceans is coming in.
Billy, like the singer, Billy Ocean?
No,
Like-
Billy. No, the
like
old
if
Billy
I-
Oceans
like
from
Dancing on the Ceiling?
from OVW.
I don't
Billy
know.
Oceans. Yeah.
So like the singer, Billy Ocean.
What?
His you got the same name?
Yeah.
Oh wow, questionable. What happened there?
We went off
Oh.
the air, I guess.
Oh, I clicked the wrong button. All right, we're out of here.
Okay. Have
Every
a chat.
Friday sometimes.